Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Boys and girls, welcome, ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban to Madrasa TV show. I'm Ustaz Hamza, I'm your Qur'an teacher from Medina, and today don't look like it. Well, I have a topi here somewhere. When we learn Qur'an, I put a topi on. Boys and girls, today we're here to learn, inshallah ta'ala, so many interesting things. I've got a story for you, but let's have a look at this timeline. Beautiful timeline, boys and girls. Today we'll be doing 4 different segments, inshallah ta'ala. And in today's show, we'll be learning names of Allah Azza wa Jal, story, excuse me, and a Tajweed lesson in Surah Abasa. And then we are going to give all of you a chance to call and recite. Yesterday, alhamdulillah, everyone who called in to recite, we were able to hear your recitation, give you feedback, and give you a badge. But some of you could, I think 1 or 2 of you couldn't recite. But today, inshallah ta'ala, we'll make sure everyone gets a chance to recite. And for that reason, I have to start the show straight away. Boys and girls, I'm going to go straight to my first segment and start teaching you, inshallah ta'ala, a name of Allah. Do remember, our second segment, inshallah ta'ala, is going to be a story segment. So why don't you guys do me a favor? For those of you watching me live on YouTube, hit the share button, inshallah ta'ala, and tell everyone, just post the link somewhere and say, story time, or something like, oh, story, yeah. Are we ready? Chalo, bismillah. Let's go straight to, forgot to introduce Bunny. Did I introduce Bunny? Bunny is going to be with us throughout the show. And let's go and learn the name of Allah first.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Ya ahlan wa sahlan. I'm going to start this show with a slightly sad story. Now, this story is not the story that I was about to tell you in the second segment. But this story, one of my teachers, math teachers, what happened, it's a very sad story, but he had a very fancy car. And so we were all very curious to know how he got this car. So one day his son told us. He said, well, something happened. Very tragic thing happened in my dad's life. And I said, what happened? He said, well, his dad, who was a math teacher, very good teacher, I still remember him, as if his name, his face is engraved in my heart. He said he was accused of doing something wrong and doing something really wrong and associating himself with people who were doing wrong things, and there was a big thing. But he didn't really do anything. And what happened because of that? They took him. And he was in prison for a few years. 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I don't know exactly. And then they found out that, you know what, that didn't really happen. His dad really didn't do anything. He was accused. So when they released him, they said to him, look, we are sorry to waste all these years of yours, but we're going to give you something in return. And they gave him a lot of money. But some of you might say, but that's still unfair. He didn't do anything. Well, exactly. You see, when we talk about being fair, and I hear this word a lot. From those of you who are young, it's not fair, it's not fair. I hear this a lot all the time. I hear it so much because I feel like I'm in a Supreme Court. Every time I'm in a classroom, in a learning environment, I hear this word, it's not fair. You see, this life is never going to be fair. Because people who judge you, they're human beings, and these people, although they might doing their job properly, they want to do the right thing, yes, they are human beings and they might end up making a mistake. And if they make a mistake, something unfair will happen either to you or to other person. Right? So for you to say this is life and I want life to be completely fair is not something to, it's not something that you should really have in your mind all the time. But there is one. There is one who is never wrong when he judges things. There is one, if he make a judgment, He is never, never, never wrong. And boys and girls, that brings us to Allah Azza wa Jal, which is one of the names of Allah Azza wa Jal is Al-Hakam. Al-Hakam. Al-Hakam means the impartial judge. Now, Allah Azza wa Jal is the impartial judge, which means, now I'm going to write the name of Allah Azza wa Jal here, Al-Hakam, which means if Allah judge a situation or a person, Allah would never, ever, ever, ever judge that person, that situation wrong. Allah will never, yes, judge a person in a way that a person will say, oh Allah, what you did is unfair. Even the people on the Day of Judgment, people who will be among the losers, they would say, you know what, Allah, whatever you have judged is, is right. So this is Al-Hakam. Okay? So when it comes to Allah Azza wa Jal judging the situation, people, their deeds, their a'mal, Allah Azza wa Jal is the one that we can all rely on. Now we look deeply into this name here. Allah judges among His slaves in this life and in the hereafter with absolute fairness and equity or equality. Allahu Akbar. You cannot demand that from a system, from people, from anyone. Are you guys with me? You cannot expect this from people because people are people. Well, of course, we should be fair. Well, you should be fair. وَإِذَا حَكَمْتُ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ فَاحْكُمُوا بِالْعَدْلِ. And Qur'an reminds us again and again and again that even if you deal with someone who is not Muslim, who doesn't believe in, you got to be fair. Why? Because Allah is judging you. Okay? So you go back here. He will restore rights to their owners on the Day of Judgment. Just the other day, guys. I watched this news. And quite sad. So listen to this. This guy came out of prison after 32 years. 32 years. What is he impressed about? After 32 years, and he was not guilty. So a man, he went to prison for 32 years. All this time, they thought he did something wrong. And after 32 years, they realized that he wasn't. 32 years. So for you to say, no, everything have to be fair, everyone have to be fair, he should be fair, no. Expect it from Allah Azza wa Jal, because people cannot give you that. Allahu Akbar. And the name of Allah, Al-Hakam, is mentioned in Qur'an. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. ثُمَّ رُدُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ مَوْلَاهُمُ الْحَقِّ أَلَا لَهُ الْحُكْمُ وَهُوَ أَسْرَعُ الْحَاسِبِينَ. There is a minor mistake in the fifth word there, but we read it right. Then they, servants, are returned to Allah, the Lord, the true Lord. Unquestionably, He is the judgment. Yes? And He is the swiftest of accountants. Allahu Akbar. So when Allah Azza wa Jal judge people, when Allah Azza wa Jal decide on the Day of Judgment, everything will be absolutely fair. But not in this life. May Allah bless you all. Boys and girls, I hope you benefit from this. Next time you find yourself in a situation be unfair, you do something and someone accused you of something, you're in a situation and you find yourself in an unfair position, what do? You turn back to Allah Azza wa Jal and you ask Him for justice. And guess what? If Allah doesn't give you what you're asking for, then surely Allah Azza wa Jal will give you your rights on the Day of Judgment. Because this life is temporary. You might find someone, sometimes people say, Ustad, this is so unfair. This person is poor and he's homeless and all his life is I feel so sorry for him. Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who judges his life, your life, and everyone else's life. And if this person is given nothing in this life, he will be given something. Allah Azza wa Jal will give him something in return. So every time you are given something in this life, Allah will test you. And every time something is taken away from you, Allah will test you. It is a test. So Allah Azza wa Jal might put a situation in front of you or a person in front of you to see if you are going to do justice or not. Test for you. A test for you. Yes. Allah Azza wa Jal might put a situation in front of you to see if you are going to do justice there. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah bless you all. Name of Allah is Al-Hakam. Boys and girls, I'm excited for the story time, but we're going to start the story time, inshallah ta'ala, straight after the break. I hope you're all ready. Today's story is going to be a very interesting one, and we're going to do a series of stories because this story is long, but it's a very, very interesting one. Why don't you guys do me a favor? Those of you watching me live on social media, guys, hit the like and share button, inshallah ta'ala. And for those of you who are making notes, I hope you are making notes. So you wrote this name of Allah Azza wa Jal Al-Hakam. And I don't want you to just write the name of Allah, write some notes and with some few things that you understood from this. And then send me your notes on the WhatsApp number that you see on the screen. Boys and girls, if you send me this number, if you send me your notes on the number, and today I'm going to share your notes with everyone on the screen, and I'm going to shout out your name, and you're going to get a badge, definitely. Boys and girls, we'll be taking a short break, inshallah ta'ala. We will be back. Remember, last segment is for you to call and recite, so make sure you guys call me in. If you want to recite, today we're learning Surah Abasa with Tajweed. Boys and girls, a short break, inshallah ta'ala. We'll be back and continue. Stay with us and make sure you come back after the break. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back, boys and girls, to Madrasa TV show. Once again, I'm Ustaz Hamza, and today we are learning so many interesting things. Have a look at this timeline, boys and girls. After learning name of Allah Azza wa Jal in our first segment, we're now going to learn a story. Are you all ready? Boys and girls, story is going to be a very, very exciting story. I want you all to tune in, inshallah ta'ala. For those of you live on social media, I hope you share this video. I don't want your cousin telling me later, Ustad, they didn't tell me. Yalla, let's go. Boys and girls, story segment. Back to Mecca. This story is called The Story of Salman al-Farisi. Radiyallahu anhu. Ready? Now, who here knows Salman al-Farisi? Who was Salman al-Farisi? How many of you know what is al-Faris? Boys and girls, I'm sure you guys know. So have a look at this. This is al-Faris. Okay, let's see. How many of you know what is al-Faris? What is Furs? Bilad al-Furs. And by the way, there's still a city or area, place in this world is still called al-Faris. Yeah? So it's not something in the past. Someone said me. Well, that really helped. Boys and girls, Bilad al-Faris was what is Iran today. Yeah? Country right next to, opposite Saudi Arabia. Neighboring country is Pakistan, Afghanistan. So that area was Bilad al-Faris. People from the area, the name, at the end of the name, sometimes we will put what? Al-Farisi. For example, I'm from Medina. So some people call me Ustaz Hamza al-Madani. Mazaya? So, Salman al-Farisi, he was from Bilad al-Furs. Now, we're going to go later on to find out who he was, but he's a very important person. Bismillah. Here is the story. Salman al-Farisi is telling us his story. He said, I was a Persian man, one of the people of Isfahan. This is the place in Faris. Okay. From a village called Jaya. This is where he was from. My father was the chief of his village, and I was the dearest of Allah's creation to him. So his dad really loved him. He loved me so much that he kept me in his house near the fire, just like the young girls who are kept indoors. Near the fire, boys and girls, let me just clarify. It means his dad wanted him to be warm and cozy. You know what I mean? Okay. Next. I worked hard in the Majin religion, until I became the keeper of the fire. So that religion has something to do with magic. So he was part of that religion, and he worked really hard, and he became the keeper of the fire, which is like a very good status. Like imagine one of you are very good at reciting Qur'an, and then you become an imam of masjid, yeah? So what happened is that, let's say you recited, so now you become a keeper of the masjid. Anyway, which I looked after and did not let it go out for even a moment. So firekeeper, I mean, you guys can understand from the word itself. So let's just say there is a place and people come and then they, worship fire or something to do with fire. When you become the firekeeper, you have to keep bringing woods, and you keep putting the woods here. And you have to do that constantly. You can't put too much wood, because then the fire will go boom everywhere. And you can't go on a long break and check your phone and then realize, oh, the fire's off. Sorry, guys. No, you can't do that, right? So you have to be, let's say, very vigilant. You have to be a bit responsible. My father had a huge garden, which yielded an I'm going to read it from here, which yielded an abundant supply of crops. One day he was busy with some work, and so he asked, "Oh, my son, I am too busy with this work today, so go and check my garden for me." And he told me what he wanted done. Now, let me put you guys in perspective. Just like nowadays, you guys have nice car. Maybe you guys have a nice car, so your dad said to you, "Go look from the window. I hear some noise." If someone's trying to do anything with the car. In the past, people who had massive gardens, they were considered rich people. So they look after it. And often they have people who will look after it, but they themselves, they would go and they would do like this. Yeah, good. They'll go. Massive gardens. So this was one of the things that people were considered rich. He's a rich person. He have a massive garden. A lot of things growing in the garden, yeah? Now what happened next? I went out toward his garden. This is Salman al-Farisi, radiallahu anhu, he's saying. And on the way, I passed by one of the Christian churches, where I could hear them as they were praying. Now, if I were to test you guys' memory, Salman al-Farisi, was he a Christian? Yes or no? Was he a Christian by then? Yes, no, yes, no. I see the answers. I see the answer. He wasn't. He was in that religion, there was a fire, and that has to do with magic. So here's what happened. Christian churches, okay. He passed by one of these churches where I could hear them as they were praying. I did not know anything about these people because my father had kept me in his house, saying Salman. When I passed by and heard their voices, I became curious. Who's saying this? Salman al-Farisi. Now what happened next? So I entered the church to see what they were doing, and I was impressed with their prayer and I liked their way. I said, by Allah, this is better than the religion that we follow. Which religion we follow? No, not we, Salman al-Farisi. The one that has to do with magic and the fire. By Allah, I did not leave them until the sunset, and I forgot all about my father's garden. I said to them, where did this religion come from? They said, from Syria. Okay. Next, I went back to my father, but he had already sent people to look for me. His father must be worried. He said, oh my son, where were you? Did I not ask you to do something or some work for me? I said, who said? I? Guys, the story, Salman al-Farisi, he said, oh my father, I passed by some people who were praying in a church of theirs, and I was impressed with what I saw of their religion. Okay. By Allah, I stayed with them until the sunset. So he's trying to say to his dad, I didn't go anywhere else. His dad said to him, oh my son, there is nothing good in that religion. Your religion and the religion of your forefather is better than that. So straight away, no. I said, no, by Allah, it is better than our religion. He was afraid for me leaving, such that he put chains on my legs and kept me in his house. Chalo bhai. Why would he do that? Okay. Oh my God, guys. So now Salman al-Farisi, he's a prisoner in his own house. Okay, he could have just kept it a secret, but chalo. Happened what happened. What happened next? I managed to send word to the Christians from the church that if any Christian merchants come to you from Syria, then let me know. Because Salman want to go and see them, right? Before long, they were able to inform me that some Christian merchants came to them from Syria. I said, when they have finished their business and want to go back to their own country, let me know. So now Salman want to meet people who are actually coming from Syria. He just, it's like whatever, he saw in the church, it's not enough. He want to know more. Now the question I have for you. How did Salman knew that they were in the city? I mean, how was he able to manage to send word to the Christian? I thought he was a prisoner in his house. So he's chained up. How would he send a word? How? I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to figure out. If I see an answer, you're going to get a badge. Guys, whoever gives me an answer. How did he send a word out? I mean, there was no phones. He didn't have any secret phone hidden somewhere. How did he manage to send a word? And then someone told him, yeah, they're here. And then Salman said, let me know when they finish. How is he doing all of that? Someone said, letter. Come on. If you're a prisoner, how do you send a letter? Someone said, the book. Guys, come on. Letterbox, letter, a letter, a letter. Guys, in the past, people used to do that through people. So Salman, remember, his father was a chief. So he was from a big family. And you're from a big family, you know a lot of guards, you know a lot of people. So I said to one, bro, can you do that for me? Just don't tell my dad. Boys and girls, tomorrow we're going to continue this story. And I promise you, this story is only going to get more and more interesting. Stay with us, come back after the break. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, boys and girls, to Madrasa TV show once again. And now we're going to go to our Tajweed segment and learn a Tajweed rule. Boys and girls, we will be implementing this Tajweed rule, inshallah ta'ala, in Surah Abasa. Let's go to Tajweed rule. Before I do that, guys, let me remind you, inshallah ta'ala, this is our second last segment, and our last segment is a segment where you get a chance to call and recite. So start calling me in now if you wish to call, if you wish to recite. Barakallahu feekum. Let's go to Tajweed segment.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Let's read it together. Oh no, I realize I'm supposed to go to a different segment.
أرجو به أن ينفع الطلاب والأجر والقبول والثواب.
Much better. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Verse number 20. ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا. Barakallahu feekum, boys and girls. These are the verses that we are reading today. Now, verse number 19 to 26, I would like to highlight a few things, and I want you guys to pay attention. So now into a different surah. Bismillah. So, whispering letters just like yesterday. يسره. It's a whispering letter. فأقبره. أنشره. أمره. طعامه. And there we go, boys and girls. Verse number 19 to verse number 26. Let's go to our recite and reflect segment, and let's see how many of you recite this correctly. Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Muhammad Thabit will be our first caller. Assalamu alaikum ya Muhammad.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, Ustaz Hamza?
Very well. How are you, Muhammad?
I am fine, alhamdulillah.
تفضل Muhammad, you're the first caller.
Which verse shall I start from, inshallah?
ثم السبيل up to verse number 26.
Okay, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا صدق الله العظيم.
One excellent recitation, boys and girls, by Muhammad Thabit. Now, if you want to recite and your recitation is not good, it is absolutely fine. You can call me in and I can hear your recitation and give you some feedback as well, inshallah. Guys, give me a recitation, inshallah ta'ala, give me a call, let me hear your recitation. Maryam Khan will be our next caller. Assalamu alaikum, Maryam.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Welcome, how are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, and how are you?
I'm very, very well, alhamdulillah. تفضل يا مريم.
After my recitation, please, can I have some feedback?
Of course.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا
ثم شققنا الأرض شقا. A quick feedback there. This dot here on this side, this is yaqdi. If we read this as yaqdi, what will happen? Well, that would become a major mistake. A letter with the kasra, dad, kasra, di, is not the كلا لما يقض ما أمر. Try that, Maryam. Okay, maybe she's gone. Well done, Maryam, by the way. يقض ما أمر. Next caller, boys and girls, give me a call if you were ready to recite. Looks like Ali is ready. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالك يا أستاذ حمزة يا أرنب يا إيمان Channel؟
Everyone is well, Ali, and how are you?
أنا بخير الحمد لله. Ustad,
Yes.
we are getting 22 likes on YouTube.
Yeah, I wish there were more. I wish there were more likes. Guys, for those of you who watch on YouTube, on behalf of Ali, we're requesting you to like the video. Ali, ready?
Yes, inshallah. With
Is
you,
it-
Ustad.
Is Ibrahim reciting?
Yes, I'll call him.
Shall we get him to recite first?
Ibrahim? Ustad Hamza is calling you.
I didn't call
He's
him.
coming.
عليكم
Salam wa rahmatullah wa Ibrahim.
السلام
We felt like hearing your recitation. Starting from ثم السبيل يسره.
السبيل يسره
Let's start with أعوذ بالله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا فأنبتنا فيها حبا وعنبا وقضبا وزيتونا ونخلا.
May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. Ali, let's start. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ثم
ثم
سبيل
سبيل
يسره.
يسر
ثم
غنى
يب أماته
أماته
فأقبره.
أكبر
ثم إذا
إذا
شاء
جاء right on the sheen
stretch on alif that's after him. أنشره.
أنشر المفروض.
Anshara. Well done, Ali. Ali, stay with us. We'll be taking a short break, boys and girls, and when we come back, we will continue. Stay with us. Come back after the break, and we shall continue. See you guys after short break. Assalamu alaikum. TV show. Got my topi. We'll continue, inshallah ta'ala. We'll have a few more recitations, and after that, boys and girls, we will be heading to, right toward the end of the show, I want to share some beautiful notes from you. I know you guys send me beautiful notes Monday, Tuesday, so I'm going to share all of them today. Ali, let's continue. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
كلا
كلا
لما
لما
يقضي
يقضي غنى
No. ما
ما
أمره
أمر.
Well done, Ali. We'll stop here. May Allah bless you, Ali. Let's go, inshallah ta'ala, to our next caller. May Allah bless you all. If you can't call and recite, you can recite like Ali with me. Next caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Rahim, how are you today?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm very well. Is Abdul Razak reciting?
No, it's just me today.
Just Rahima. Boys and girls, let's listen to Rahima's recitation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا
ثم شققنا الأرض شقا. May Allah bless you, Rahima. Amazing recitation. Next caller, assalamu alaikum. Abdul Razak is not reciting today. Abdul Razak, are you reciting? Is there Abdul Razak there? No.
No, he's out.
He's out.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Is that Safa?
It's Yusuf.
Yusuf, how are you today?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm very, very well. Are you ready?
Yes.
تفضل. ثم السبيل.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا فأنبتنا فيها حبا
Okay.
صدق الله العظيم.
Quick feedback here. فلينظر not roll. فلينظر الإنسان. May Allah bless you, Yusuf. Assalamu alaikum, Safa.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, Ustaz Hamza?
Very well. Very well. Alhamdulillah. Go ahead, Safa.
After I recite, please, can I have some feedback?
Of course.
Thank you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا صدق الله العظيم.
May Allah bless you. Very good recitation. No feedback. No feedback, but may Allah bless you. Amazing recitation, Safa. Keep it up. Next caller, Amira Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, Ustaz Hamza?
I'm well, and how are you?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Go ahead.
Okay, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا صدق الله.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. The voice wasn't clear, but I was able to hear, and what I heard, it was amazing. May Allah bless you. Keep it up. Show you some of the notes that we received, starting with Fatiha, common words of Qur'an. The segment we do every Monday. Welcome, Ismail. And here we can see, MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Asma, keep it up. Muhammad Thana'ullah. May Allah bless you. Have a look at this. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, Safa. We keep going, and this is also by Safa, MashaAllah, tabarakallah. MashaAllah, Fatiha, may Allah bless you. Muslim world. Ismail Mutlib, MashaAllah alayka Ismail. Well done, Ismail. If we keep going, we got another one, MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Muhammad Thana'ullah, keep it up. Ooh, Safa. This one is again by Safa. Guys, you can see she got so many beautiful drawings here. Jordan, about Urdun. MashaAllah, daily dua, notes. Beautiful, beautiful, Safa. Have a look at this. Abida, MashaAllah alayka ya Abida. There's so much writing here. Feels like she's writing a book. MashaAllah. Keep it up. Next. Ooh, Ismail, MashaAllah alayk. This is today, name of Allah, Al-Hakam. Fatiha, may Allah bless you. Very nice Fatiha. Bunny, not with your phone. Boys and girls, if you haven't sent me your drawings, make sure you send them to me on the WhatsApp number. And here is another one, MashaAllah, tabarakallah, by Muhammad Thana'ullah. May Allah bless you all. Barakallahu feekum. Boys and girls, we'll be back tomorrow. Keep sending me your notes on the WhatsApp number. Tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, we will going to continue the story, and also we're going to learn about a chapter in Qur'an in a segment called 114. For those of you watching me live on YouTube, why don't you hit the share, like button, and come back tomorrow and watch more. I'll be seeing you all tomorrow, boys and girls. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
La 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 la